Sometimes the example just falls right in your lap. Hey guys, this is Jeff here at Whirlwind Family Farm on a cold, blustery day in Texas, Central Texas. I know that sounds strange because yesterday I think we were 85 and 2 or 3 days ago we almost hit 90 degrees and it is cold today. It's hard to believe. This happens every year, so I shouldn't say it's hard to believe, but man, what a change. Anyway, I was just talking about sometimes the example just pops right in front of you and right in your lap. And I'm going to tell you an example that I've talked about on this channel before. And those of you who have stuck with me on this channel for a couple of years have heard me talk about this. The thing I didn't realize that when I went into town yesterday to get a few items at our one little grocery store. Our little town of 2,500 people has one grocery store. It is a chain, but it's the chain that services a lot of small towns in Texas. That's where it thrives. That's where its niche is that it services these smaller towns. Tends to be a little bit of a monopoly, other than the fact there is a Dollar General, Dollar Tree, I think I'm saying those correctly. You know what I'm talking about. You know, there's a couple of those in our small town, but there is also one central grocery store. So yesterday when I pulled up, there it was. There was the example that I've talked about many times. And the example I'm talking about, and I used to see this all the time. I lived in this city that had somewhere between 250 or 300,000 people. And whenever I would go to those grocery stores, especially this time of year, you would always come to the entrance and hey, it's spring. So spring, you're supposed to start thinking about gardening, right? Never mind the fact that most gardeners grow things through spring, summer, fall, and if you have a season extender like a greenhouse, you may be growing things in the winter, but it's the theme. And we know that grocery stores will have the Halloween theme, they will have the Valentine's theme, the summertime theme with the lawn chairs and the beach balls and the baby pools. We've all seen it, we know, and that's great. They have those things, they're easy to grab. I used to grab the baby pools for my dogs. My kids, and once they got bigger, they didn't want to be in a little bitty plastic pool. But back to my example is when I pulled up yesterday, it was exactly as though I had pulled up to one of those large grocery store chains that popped in my mind from 5-6 years ago. And there it was. It just caught me off guard. I pulled in and parked. I was going to go in and get 3 or 4 items, some frozen pizzas, some AA batteries, you know the drill. So I'm walking in, and again, there were some potted plants, and there were these little tree seedlings that you could get. I think there were maybe some fruit trees. There was some fertilizer bags back against the wall. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. And then there it was, as though the angels and the heavens had parted. That sliding door opened up, and there it was. There was the magic seed dispenser or the seed display. And in those bigger retailers I used to walk into, they would always have the kind you could kind of spin and turn, and one side was perennials and one side was flowers and one part of it was vegetables. This one was a little bit simpler yesterday. It was made out of cardboard. I'll show it here on the screen, but it had, I believe, flowers at the top, vegetables at the bottom. And that's cool. You walk in and hey, you're getting a few things. You go, you know what? I might try a little backyard garden this year. I'm going to grab some carrots. I'm going to grab some onions and some radishes. And hey, I've got my seeds. But here's the problem. If you really want to have a garden that's going to be optimized and do its very, very best, you want seeds that have the best shot of germination and the best shot of doing exactly what you expect out of them, and that's germinating and producing good fruit. And I always give 2 examples, and here's the example. That example at the grocery store is where you do not want to buy your seeds, and for this very reason, is that each year, whoever that company is that comes and talks to the manager and say, hey, can we put our display right there? Oh yeah, you can put it right over there, and we'll go ahead and get that thing restocked for you and ready to go. And that's what they do, which is really nice. And then the season goes along and we get to the middle of May and it's time to put that away and then come out with the lawn chairs and the beach balls. Well, all the seeds that did not get sold, which may be quite a few, And then the year before, there may have been quite a few. And nobody really thinks in that business, because that's not their job to think about quality seeds. Their job's to think about good cuts of meat, and we got fresh bread, and the milk has got the right date on it, and it's all put in the right sections. Their job's not to think about great seeds. So that little display gets moved to the back, and then a year from now, when we get to the first week of March, somebody will go, oh yeah, it's that time to put that stuff. And that guy, that dealer, he comes by again, he goes, can I go get your display? Sure, go set it up. And now we've got seeds that are at least a year old. And some of them may be 2 years old because they were with the group that got put away last year. And seeds do not get better with age. And I gave this example the other day. The seeds that people, quote, found at the Great Pyramids and planted, those didn't work, and they don't work. Seeds don't get better with age. And that's why you want to get your seeds at the most reputable seed company possible. And I'll tell you, there could be a very good retailer in your area that just handles quality plants. This place I used to live, this larger city in North Texas, they had 2 or 3 places that had potted plants and trees, and they would have, I mean, literally a section that was 40, 50 foot long, and it would have all these different varieties of seed. It would have the germination rates on the package. It would have when they were harvested. It would have organic certified. I'll tell you, even that little display yesterday at the grocery store, I think it said organic certified, which is, yes, it's easy to print on any package. But the good reputable dealers are not going to want to sell you a seed that's not going to be successful, because you won't come back and buy them from them again. I'm the perfect example. When I started Whirlwind Family Farm, there were a couple of dealers out there that I bought seeds from, and no matter what I did, I never got good germination rates. Well, I never bought seeds from them again. But I have found 3 or 4 companies that I order from. I do it online. They get delivered to me within 2 or 3 days. Sometimes they're overnighted to us, which is really cool, and we're ready to go. And not only that, are you getting good quality seeds that you know have a better chance of germination, is you're also getting a better variety. So when you go to those dealers, they're going to maybe have 10 different types of carrots. They're going to have 30 different types of tomatoes. They're going to have indeterminate, determinate. And when you walk in the grocery store and you say, do you have determinate and indeterminate tomatoes? They're going to look at you like you just came from Mars. They're not going to know what a indeterminate or determinate tomato, and you're going to be lucky if they have a choice of tomatoes. So it's a limited choice. They're seeds that may be very much degraded. They're not going to have the quality that they should. You don't know how long they've been there, and you don't know where they came from. So that's always my advice. Take a little extra time. Find those good seed dealers out there. We have one that we purchased from that is Texas-based. So they specifically sell seeds that these vegetables that tend to do better in our climate, which is a much warmer climate, especially here in Zone 8. So there you go. I was shocked yesterday when I walked into my little grocery store, and there it was. There was a living example of where not to get seeds. Great place to go pick up some batteries, frozen pizza, and some coffee, but don't get your seeds there, guys. Hey, thanks. We appreciate so much for finding our channel. If you get value out of our channel, we hope that you will like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification, because each week we've got new examples, new ideas, and new thoughts. And if you've been gardening for years and years, please leave your comments, because every one of us can learn from you and some of the things that have worked well for you, and maybe where you get your seeds at that have been successful. Hey guys, check out this video over here. YouTube has this video that's suggested, so we hope that you'll check that out. Blessings over you, your family, and your garden. Talk to you soon from Whirlwind Family Farm.